diplomatic solution here? If so, in what type of time scale? What's that going to look like over the next 6 to 12 months?
The honest answer is that I don't see it, but the worrying answer is I think no one sees it. I'm convinced that no one knows where this is going to end and how this is going to end. I keep many contacts around the world, and precisely that is the question I put to some of my interlocutors. What's the end game? What's the landing zone for? The answer I receive from my Western friends in Europe and the United States is, it's not for us to say, it's for our Ukrainian friends. They are the ones who are fighting, which is true. Okay, but the Ukrainians, they say, that's the current position, that for them the goal is to recover all the land, including Crimea. Okay, I understand, in terms of national sovereignty. But can we anticipate a solution when Putin will accept, or Russia, even if something happens to Putin, will accept Crimea back to Ukraine? So it's a perfect zero-sum game. So my opinion is that it's going to continue, at least this winter, and until next spring we'll not see a truce, not even a truce. The situation will never come back to the status quo. The reconciliation in the foreseeable future is impossible between Ukraine and Russia. It's completely impossible because it's one of those perfect zero-sum games, dispute for territory, when one party will not be ready to accept to give to the other the part of its territory. And it's why there is no, in the short term, no landing zone for a compromise. Now, this does not mean that some people are not already thinking about it. And yes, I know that some people are thinking about it. Some security guarantees for Ukraine. But the problem with security guarantees for Ukraine was that those securities were given when there was a denuclearization of Ukraine after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the so-called Budapest Protocol or Budapest Agreement, and they were not respected. So, will NATO be ready to give guarantees, security guarantees to Ukraine? But that's exactly the opposite of what Putin wanted. So is Putin, and I met Putin so many times, is Putin ready to accept a clear defeat, or will it be better to have some kind of defeat? And how do the Ukrainians and the Russians define victory or defeat? That's another issue. Because even if we can think from a negotiating point of view, it would be better to have a kind of a stalemate. And in that case, no one would claim completely a victory. No one could be considered completely defeated. In diplomatic terms, that's what usually works. It's something in the middle. In this case, that will not have the stability to be an agreement of peace. So I'm extremely worried, I'm extremely concerned, because I do not see in the foreseeable future, or at least in the immediate future, a solution that is stable for Ukraine, for Russia, and for overall Europe.